Hey. So, to continue the conversation about dollhouses, because I think it's a super interesting conversation, I guess I was the only one who actually grew up with Barbies then. We, when I was growing up, had like basically a Barbie world where like at different times we treated it differently, but there was a period where like the Barbies had families and we wrote down who was in what family, and there was a whole Barbie economy, and like they would go to work and they would buy and sell stuff, and like they had money, and it was very organized. We had like one of those Barbie doll houses, not like a beautiful dollhouse a la the ones Nella was looking at, but still the dollhouse that some of them could live in, and the ones that did not live in there would have their own place in the playroom where they lived. Like maybe like one of them had the under the table area, another one had like a different area, so it was very like Barbie world in a way. Kate, you were talking about internet friends, and I was just thinking, like, you should become a baseball fan, specifically a Cardinals fan. And I know you're not now, but that's okay. But you could be in the future, because that's sort of like an automatic friend community. And whether you're a lurker online or like you actually participate online actively, it's like automatic. And then also we could bond over it. But like I've found that it's like I've gone to meetups in the city, but it's also a lot about like the Facebook group and the Reddit page or the Reddit subreddit. And so it's like it's automatic friendships, which is great. I have like a whole list of things. Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have anybody else watched that show? I had never watched it before Friday, and then I proceeded to watch something like 49 episodes in 4 days. Whoops. That's a lot of episodes. And that doesn't count the fact that I had to go home to my parents' hometown so I could see my grandfather, who is now in hospice care, which is sad, but it's for the best, and I think like it's better for him that he's going to be at peace soon. But anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is incredible, and I'm in love with Jake Peralta and / Andy Samberg, and he's now my celebrity crush and bae, and I'm just so happy about that. And then Harry Potter book club. I wanted to do that for literally 22 years, basically. And it finally happened. I got a bunch of people in New York to agree to go to it. So I have 8 people on the list. Only 4 showed up last night. But it was actually a good number because everybody could, like, participate a lot. And if you have 8 people, you're, like, listening a lot more than you're talking. So the 4 of us who came were all, like, obsessive. So that was great. We read the first half of the first book because we wanted to be super nuanced. And between us, we came up with, like, 14 questions, I think. And we discussed those and discussed other things, and it was interesting because it's like, let's compare the Death Eaters and Voldemort to the Nazis and Hitler to Trump's America, and like how are things the same and how are things different in each category? Because like we have literal Nazis now, like how does that compare? So we got a little off track, but we also talked about like the beginning of the first book and like the treatment of Harry and how the story would be different, and like it was just so much fun. I've wanted to do Harry Potter book club since forever. I can nerd out about this for hours because I basically woke up yesterday morning like a kid on Christmas. Because it was like, oh my god, Harry Potter book club is tonight. And I was finally excited, and I woke up easily for the first time in a while. Okay, I'm pretty hypomanic, which is really not good. I hate being bipolar. It sucks. I hope nobody from work can hear that. I'm binge eating a lot. That explains the binge watching TV. I've gained quite a bit of weight, which you can see in my face. So that like is really rough and not fun, and I'm medicated. I go to therapy. I see a psychiatrist. So like, hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully. Okay, that's really what I have to say. Alrighty. DFTBA. Love y'all.